In the middle of setting up the brand new recording studio equipment, I had a thought cross my mind, and I think it's something that I want to talk about immediately. As someone who's been around Magic for the better part of 20 years, 2023 may be one of the best years I've ever had in this card game. And I know that's a controversial statement, especially with everything going on with Wizards of the Coast. But I want to talk to you guys about why. Why has this been such a good Magic year for me? And see if any of you feel the same way. And there's also some things in here that I do want to touch on that are going to make us more joyful Magic fans, in my opinion. A lot of it's been laid out in front of us. It's just kind of hard to embrace. And this thought process really came along with Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Special Edition Baller Holiday Awesome, whatever you want to call it, release. This product dropped, and I felt the urge as a content creator, and for those who have been subscribed to the channel, you know I'm ramping up the number of videos. I'm doing 5 to 7 videos a week plus shorts, and if you're not subscribed, you like this content, make sure you hit the sub button. It helps me out a ton. But with all that content coming out, I do feel the pressure to make sure I purchase every single Magic the Gathering product. But I'm not a store. I'm just like most of you guys out there. I'm a fan who likes to talk and play Magic the Gathering, and I do it on almost a daily basis. And because of that, I thought it was a bit irresponsible to buy, let's say, a collector box or even a group of scene bundles from Lord of the Rings because, well, the product really didn't feel like it was for me. Let's face facts. This product really caters to Commander players, EDH enthusiasts, and you guys who have been around the channel for a while know that's not me. I have nothing against Commander. I will sit down and jam some cardboards with a close group of friends any day of the week, no matter what the format, because frankly, it's just a good time. But Commander will never be my first choice. It just never has been, and that's okay. But because of that, this product really did not feel like something I wanted to purchase. And I had a lot of content creator guilt about that, but it did make me realize, as I reflected on the year, I've gotten pretty good at engaging with the products that are for me. I am more and more comfortable nowadays leaving things on the shelf. Look no further than something like Commander Masters. Commander Masters, by all means, is a pretty successful set. We track every single sold listing of sealed product on TCG Player on this channel, and once the price came to a more reasonable point, that product sells like hotcakes. Our community loves it. We just had a major problem with the price, but even at the low prices that it's sitting at now, I have kind of foregone my opportunity to buy it maybe at a lower price, maybe get it on the ground floor on some product, and that's because it's just not something I enjoy. But we take that and we flip the script, and things like Brothers War, Streets of New Capenna, I know we're talking about this year, but Brothers War, Streets of New Capenna, heck, even Dominaria United, sets that weren't, Dominaria Remastered even, sets that weren't necessarily world renowned and something that the community was all about and they loved, I truly enjoyed. And I got to enjoy over and over again at a very affordable price point. And to this day, every once in a while, I crack a box of some of that stuff just to have a little fun. And because of this new mentality, this acceptance of like, hey, it's okay that not every Magic product is for me, I have had one of my best years in the game. Now, it's a big hump to get over when it comes to leaving product on the shelf, especially for someone who's been around the game for so long. But I've had to accept that long gone are the days where every release is going to excite me, and long gone are the days where I count the moments to the next pre-release, and that might just be okay. I mean, heck, the rapid release cycle is not necessarily plaguing our community, but it is a point of contention for most people that sit and talk or play Magic the Gathering. And while it is something out there, it's got its benefits, it's got a detriment. I did a video when I started the switch to Magic the Gathering. Maybe I'll do another video about that because I think that's a really interesting topic. Let me know if you want me to touch on that one in the comment section below. But with this rapid release cycle and getting products so frequently, I think it feels more to me like a safety net right now. I can choose not to buy certain boxes. I can choose not to open certain sets or buy cards from certain sets. Now, that doesn't mean I won't be tracking the sales data and getting a great feel for how the community feels about the product, and something that I will always be following. The data vault is growing. We have over $20 million worth of sales in that data vault. It's a project I'm extremely proud of. We talked about it on the live stream this morning. It's something I really enjoy. But it does mean that I maybe won't be spending my personal money on some of the stuff. And because of that, like I said, I've really fallen in love with Magic the Gathering. And it doesn't just happen to, it's not just about sealed product. I felt the same way about collectability. I said on the podcast, so I'm on the May the Zoo Be With You podcast, comes out every Friday morning, and I posed a question that I think I'm going to make a video about that I think is really interesting. And people are, oh, MTG Finance is dead, MTG Collecting is dead, MTG Sealed Product Collecting and Investing, or whatever you want to call it, is all dead. And I posed the question that, what if it's not all dead, but what if it's just saturated with a bunch of people that aren't necessarily thinking deeply about what they're doing, and maybe just harkening back to the good old days. We could buy any Magic product in the entire world and it goes up in value, or it's a collection you're proud of, or whatever your metric for success is. That used to just be the case with every Magic product. Maybe we just live in a world where there needs to be more thought put into it than that. You can't just throw money at the problem and expect to come out the other side on top. And because of that mentality, collectability has been something this year that I've really embraced and really enjoyed. You guys know that I'm ape about the Brothers War serialized cards. I absolutely love them. I constantly try to buy every single one that I can, and I like the serialized card movement in Magic the Gathering. But it does go deeper than that, and a deep cut for those of you who have been around the channel for a while. And if you know this one, big kudos to you. Let me know in the comment section, because this one is something I don't mention as often as I maybe should. But things like the gilded foil charms in Streets of New Capenna satisfy this weird model of collectability that I've shaped out in my head. And because of that, I own like 400 to 500 copies of them, and I'm of like each of them, and I'm so excited every time I see them. It just makes me giddy to look at, and it's not something that'll ever like go up in value, but when we think collectability, it checks all those boxes, right? It's something that would be hard to reprint, as it has the family's name in the charm, and gilded foil was specific to that set. And it's just, Streets of New Capenna was on a super popular set, so why would Wizards of the Coast go back to it and do like a remaster thing? I don't know. It seems Wizards of the Coast can reprint anything, but it seems inconvenient for them to reprint those charms. And I think we see that more often now with things like the Commander product. Look at the Doctor Who Commander decks. Those Commander cards, in my anticipation, are going to be fairly collectible. There's very little reason for Wizards of the Coast to ever reprint the Doctor Who Commander stuff. Now, that doesn't mean they won't, in regular Magic card names, reprint the functionality like they did with The Walking Dead, but kind of look at how long that took. And when we see the number of Universes Beyond products coming out, it just feels like it feels like there's a lot of meat on the bone there for collectability over time and building all these sets of cards that you can be extremely proud of. Now, again, that's just my opinion. I'm not advising you to do anything with your money or your collection, but I do think it functions as a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a bit of happiness. It's a bit of a ray of sunshine, and otherwise everything is printed to zero, nothing is collectible. There's so many products world that we live in right now. And all of this just culminates in the idea that Magic has changed, and it always will, and it will continue to change. My thoughts on the game will continue to change, and listen, I'll always say my honest opinions directly into this camera to each and every one of you, but that doesn't mean that change is always bad. It just also means that we kind of have to change with it. We have to change our perspective. We have to understand what things have a chance of going away, what things have a chance of staying around, and if it's something we don't like, we maybe need to feel more comfortable leaving it on the shelf and finding some joy in the things about our game that we do. So let me know in the comments section below if you guys have felt that way about 2023. I know that we don't normally make videos like this. I can't imagine this one's gonna get a ton of views. I'm trying out the whole iPhone shooting thing, and listen, the channel's been in a weird spot to begin with, but I think it's really interesting, and I think it's rare to have an opportunity of reflection about a year of Magic, and we're going to do that on this channel, but to have that opportunity of reflection and just feel really good about where you've come as a fan of the game and how you are moving forward in Magic. And that's kind of where I sit right now. So a little bit of rare positivity for you guys. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't shared a Hometown TCG video yet on a social media platform, like, please do. It helps grow the community. It continues to blow up the sub numbers. We're racing to 7K. If you watch this video in the future and we already hit 7K, let me know. If you watch it, we're not there yet, let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't hit the sub button, let me know you helped us on the way to 7K. Thank you so much for hanging out. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and it is freaking cold in this basement. I think I'm done for the evening. I am freezing. Okay, all right, bye.